A mysterious world shrouded in thick layers of haze exists in the region of the gas giants. This is Titan, a moon larger than Mercury that orbits the ringed planet Saturn. It is a moon that has captivated scientists' imaginations for decades, because vast seas, lakes and rivers have been discovered pouring over parts of its frozen surface beneath all that thick cloud. Other than Earth, this is the only place in the solar system where liquid flows across the surface. Could Titan's seas and lakes, like ours, support life? What might it look like if they do? Titan is a truly interesting planet. Despite the fact that 4 different spacecraft have flown by the moon, it still holds many secrets. For example, where did its dense atmosphere come from? What caused its lakes and seas to form? And does it have the ability to support life? Large bodies of liquid on Titan had been suspected since the Voyager probes passed by in the early 1980s, but they were not confirmed until the Cassini spacecraft visited in 2006. Unlike Earth's oceans, which are made of water, it was discovered that Titan's lakes and seas are made of liquid methane and ethane. These lakes and seas, visible in these dramatic radar images, are typically found in Titan's polar regions and can be quite large. Some of the largest are similar in size to the North American Great Lakes, for instance. They are fed by rivers that cut through Titan's frozen landscape and are extremely deep, with some areas estimated to be more than 200 meters deep. Titan's seas and lakes are thought to have formed from the breakdown of methane and nitrogen in its atmosphere, though this remains a mystery. These compounds condense into clouds and eventually fall to the ground as rain or snow. On Earth, life itself is primarily responsible for replenishing the methane supply in our atmosphere. Methane is a byproduct of many organisms' metabolism, and it comes from the most basic biological sources, such as those associated with peat bogs, rice fields, and animals such as cows and sheep. So could Titan's methane be a sign of life? One thing is certain: if life exists on Titan, it will be unlike anything found on Earth. Without liquid water, life as we know it, which is dependent on water, would be unable to exist on its surface. Temperatures hover around -179 degrees Celsius here, making the conditions on this mysterious moon harsh and extremely challenging for living organisms as we know them. However, this does not rule out the possibility of life thriving on Titan. Some microorganisms on Earth, for example, have been discovered to consume and survive in hydrocarbons, and Titan's lakes are mostly made up of liquid methane and ethane, both of which are hydrocarbons. Any life that could exist in these lakes would have to be adapted to living in a drastically different environment than Earth's, but scientists have hypothesized that Titan life could be based on a completely different biochemistry. Instead of water, these life forms could use hydrocarbons like methane and ethane as a solvent. This, however, would necessitate a different cell structure for the organisms to survive, as any Earth organism would perish in one of Titan's lakes. Even our toughest single-cell beings are held together by membranes composed of fatty molecules known as lipids. Clids stick together and form a barrier because certain parts attract water molecules while others repel them, but Titan's lakes lack water, and the frigid temperatures would freeze any Earth life solid. However, another molecule, acrylonitrile, may be able to do the same job and survive in Titan's harsh environment. Surprisingly, scientists discovered direct evidence of acrylonitrile molecules on Titan, but in insufficient quantities to support millions of single-celled life forms. So microorganisms could form the basis of a complex ecosystem on this strange moon, possibly with a larger organism feeding on them and so on. However, as intriguing as these ideas are, we don't yet have enough information to know for certain what kind of life, if any, could exist on Titan. The Huygens probe, which entered Titan's atmosphere in 2005 and became the first probe to land on a moon in the outer solar system, was the only probe to ever land on its surface. It took stunning photographs as it descended and landed, and it continued to transmit data for about 90 minutes after landing. This incredible surface image shows what appears to be a dried-up, relatively flat, pebble-strewn plain that was once covered in flowing liquid methane. However, as you can see, there is no sign of life. Although the prospect of strange life forms thriving on Titan's surface is intriguing, the methane in its atmosphere is more likely to be caused by the Earth's atmosphere. Although the prospect of strange life forms thriving on Titan's surface is intriguing, the methane in its atmosphere is most likely due to outgassing. Titan was probably too hot for volatile compounds like methane and nitrogen to remain on the surface when it formed. These compounds were instead trapped within the Moon's interior. Titan's interior heat gradually dissipated, allowing volatile compounds to escape through cracks in its crust. These compounds then combine to form the complex mixture of gases that comprise Titan's thick atmosphere. So, if the abundance of methane found in Titan's atmosphere is due to this, rather than life swimming through its frigid, flowing lakes, does this mean that this strange moon is sterile? As far as we know, it, like the rest of the solar system, is incapable of supporting life. Most likely not. The Cassini spacecraft and the Huygens probe's observations and measurements suggest that Titan may have a subsurface ocean of liquid water deep beneath the Moon's icy crust. Recent images of Saturn's moon Titan, captured by the James Webb Space Telescope's NIRCam instrument on November 4, 2022. In left image using F212N, a 2.12 micron filter sensitive to Titan's lower atmosphere. The bright spots are prominent clouds in the northern hemisphere. In right, color composite image using a combination of NIRCam filters. Several prominent surface features are labeled. Krakenmare is thought to be a methane sea. Bellet is composed of dark-colored sand dunes. Adiri is a bright albedo feature. James Webb's this image shows Titan's trailing hemisphere is rotating from left, which is dawn, to right or evening, as seen from Earth and the Sun. Cloud A appears to be rotating into view, while Cloud B appears to be either dissipating or moving behind Titan's limb, or around toward the hemisphere facing away from us. If there is a large body of water beneath Titan's crust, it is possible that life could exist there. Water is essential for life as we know it, and the ocean could provide a home for life forms adapted to Titan's unique environment. The conditions in this subsurface ocean, like those in the methane lakes above, would be very different from those on Earth. The ocean would be extremely cold, with high concentrations of salts and other dissolved substances that could impair the ability of any potential life forms to survive. So Titan could potentially harbor environments conducive to life, implying both life as we know it and life as we don't. Although there has been no evidence of life on Titan thus far, its complex chemistry and unique environments will almost certainly make it a destination for future exploration. NASA's Dragonfly mission, which will send a rotorcraft lander to explore the surface of the shrouded moon, is one of the most exciting future missions. Dragonfly is set to launch in 2027 and arrive on Titan in 2034. The mission will use a rotorcraft lander similar to the successful Ingenuity craft, which has flown more than 50 times on Mars. Dragonfly will fly to various locations on the surface, including dunes, craters, and the equatorial region, to look for liquid water and chemical conditions that could support life. Titan remains a fascinating destination that has the potential to revolutionize our understanding of the universe as we continue to explore the outer reaches of our solar system. This enigmatic moon is a world unlike any other, with methane lakes and seas, as well as a secret subsurface ocean. Only time will tell if we will one day discover life on this distant hazy moon, proving that we are not alone. Subscribe to watch more videos like this. Thanks for your valuable time.